My name is Dan Mangan.
Okay. And what's your music style?
Well, broadly, folk, I suppose. But I take inspiration from all kinds of genres. I tend to be a very lyrically based acoustic musician, I suppose.
And you're a one-man band?
Uh,
Have you been in multiple bands?
Yeah, I mean, I've been through bands. I've got a side project that's, kind of more of a rock situation. But for the moment, I tend to tour on my own because it's a little bit more economically feasible. And I'm from Vancouver, so when I'm playing in Vancouver, sometimes I will play with a band. I'll get a stand-up bass player or something like that or whatever. So.
And what lured you up to the north?
Joe, who runs the festival, is a very lovely woman, and she invited me up to come and play Coldsnap, and I jumped at the opportunity. I think I'd never been to Prince George before, so nice to kind of come and see a new place, and it's very, very cold here, but that is okay. So.
What did you know about Prince George then before you came here?
I knew that it was cold, and so I was prepared. I brought a lot of scarves and sweaters and stuff. I know that it's the heart of the north of British Columbia. That's what I'm told, and the fourth largest city in British Columbia.
So you're a Vancouver?
I am, yeah, I'm from Vancouver.
And so you play different venues around there?
Of course, yeah. I've done it all from little bars to coffee shops to the bigger theaters in town, and kind of every gig's a little bit of a new opportunity to, I like to have a different live experience now and then. I've done a lot of work with spoken word artists in Vancouver and collaborating with them. And sometimes I'll play solo and sometimes I'll play with my band. So it's kind of every show is a little bit different. You think that you hope that the songs are strong enough to shine through in whatever capacity that you're performing them. So.
Where's your next stop after Prince George?
I'll actually go back to Vancouver, and then I start recording in Ashcroft for about a week, and then I'm off to Toronto and on Montreal, Southern Ontario, and to Austin for South by Southwest, and then from there to Australia for the East Coast Blues and Roots Festival, Byron Bay, and then all over Australia, doing much shows with a great band called Elliott Brood, and then back home to continue in the studio again. So.
Nice. Wow, Australia. That's fun.
Yeah, I went in October, and I had a really great time and a good tour, and it went so well that I decided to go back, only 6 months later. So.
And in a country like Canada, what do you think, summer festival or winter festival? What's better?
Well, it depends where you are. I mean, the nice thing about the winter festivals is that people aren't, in the summer you tend to lose your base because they're traveling elsewhere. And in the winter, people are locked up in their houses, so it's nice to kind of have an alternative like Coldsnap. So I think attendance has been great. A lot of the shows have been sold out, and really excited for the show tonight. I think it'll be fun.
And your voice, what do people say about your voice?
Well,
I read a few different descriptions.
Yeah.
What's the adjective you'd use?
My mom, who is not biased at all, says that it is a gravelly sweetness. I don't know. I get the term raspy used a lot. There's kind of a growl to it at times, but it's completely natural. I've not smoked a cigarette in my life, so a lot of people peg me as a chain smoker, and I'm totally not. So it's just the way that it comes out. I don't know. It's a little bit unique, I think, and try and use it. People don't want to get yelled at or growled at all night, so you try and kind of mix a little bit of intensity with some sweetness and see what happens. So.
Have you been compared to anyone before? Or?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, people have said Damien Rice and M. Ward, Hayden. Personally, I'm a big fan of a lot of those artists, and Bright Eyes, and there's a lot of great singer-songwriters out there. So if I can be compared to any of those, then that is a compliment. So I'll take that.
What do you hope to get out of this whole experience up here at the Coldsnap?
Well, I've met a lot of great people in Prince George, and it seems like it's a good community up here. And I've never really toured the north, so it's good to come up and do a festival like this, and in the hopes that I can come back, fairly soon and play it again, or play this again, or play something else up here, whatever. But